Caleb Williams meeting with teams, the media, and then you have the situation where the new owner of the Washington Commanders, he has been sitting in on the interviews with all the quarterbacks. It's not a good idea. Let your football people do the football work. You did work, you made money, now you own the team. It's like, let's say you got a Formula One race car. Hey, it's my race car. Well, I'd like to be there when you're changing tires and you're going to be talking to the driver. No, you don't need to be doing anything. Just stay in your suite, sip some cocktails, and watch. That's the best thing to do. But you got the new owner. He's involved, and it feels like you got that person that, they're over your shoulder, and you can't say anything about it. Like they're there. You probably hear them breathing or they're chewing gum, whatever it is. You're like, oh, God. And then you're asking questions, and then he, of course, has hired and fired, many people because he's a billionaire in his job. He goes, I know how to interview here. I know what I'm doing here. Well, this is different. This is trickier. And are you trying to do a gotcha with the quarterback? Who's the best quarterback in the draft, Drake May? Well, I would say Caleb Williams. Or if he says, I would say me. And then we break that down, we chop it up, and we're like, what is he really saying? Is that the guy we want that kind of guy? Now you got the owner involved in this. Man.
You'd rather be a dog or a cat?
Yeah, you get...
Oh, no, the wrong answer.
You get...
Trust me, okay? I've been sitting in meetings like this my whole life. I know how to do this.
Yeah. You're going to talk yourself into something or out of something, and the owner is going to have the last word. And we saw how that worked last year with the Carolina Panthers. Good luck to the Commanders. But now you're hearing, and this always happens, there's love for a quarterback, and it's usually week to week. Right now it's Jayden Daniels. Now it's been Caleb Williams. J.J. McCarthy's also had a little spin here. And then Drake May's going to have his. Every single draft, it feels like we have this build up to combine, then the draft, free agency, and we're going, now, who's it this week? This week, it's Bo Nix out of Oregon. And then it'll be Michael Penix Jr. And then we'll come back to Caleb Williams. That's usually how this works out. But the quarterbacks on display, so to speak. Now, Caleb Williams is not going to give up his medicals. He's not going to take a physical, and which I don't think he has any issues like Michael Penix does. But now I wonder what he has. What's he trying to hide if he doesn't want to do this? And I don't know if you have to do a physical for every team that would be interested in asking you to do that. And if that's the case, then I would not want to do that. I'd be like, I'll do one with the NFL physician, and then you guys can look at the medicals, but I'm not going to do one because you have to sit down for these interviews. There are teams interviewing quarterbacks that will have no chance of getting that quarterback. Like the Jets are interviewing, they're talking to these quarterbacks here. And as a source said to me, well, you may not get them now, but you may remember something. You may take something away from that interview when you play that quarterback. And I said, all right, 15 minutes sitting down with a quarterback, and you go, I remember that question we asked. Do you love your mom or your dad more? You know how he remembered that? I think we should blitz him. I don't know if we're going to get that deep into this, but some teams do. They offer up some strange questions. They hope to trip you up a little bit. And we'll keep an eye on, more importantly, the hand size here of the quarterbacks. All right, Seton, what's the poll question we're going to go with today?
I think we're going with the poll questions after the break.
Oh, we are. ...
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Get ready.
All right. Let's see. I got something here from Ian Rappaport, NFL spokesperson, told reporters that Marvin Harrison won't talk to the media as previously scheduled. He was supposed to do that in 5 minutes, and apparently he's not going to be doing that. Caleb Williams, I mentioned that he didn't want to do medicals for all the teams, and it made me wonder, what is he hiding? But then I also wondered, Does every team request a physical and then he has to go through that process with everybody? Which, if that was the case, I'd be like, nope. And here's Caleb explaining why he's not doing the medicals.
Yeah, so for the medical stuff, I'll be doing the medical stuff, just not here in Indy. I'll be doing it at the team interviews. Not 32 teams can draft me. There's only one of me. And so the teams that I go to for my visit, those teams will have the medical, and that'll be it.
Okay, I get it. How many teams are going to have the opportunity to draft him? Are you going to go to his pro day? Is he doing just one set of medicals? I'm fine with that. I don't want to do a physical. I wait, how many years to do it, let alone hey, you got to do 5 today. You got to 4 tomorrow. Like, no, I don't want to be poked and prodded. One time, here are the medicals. Go at it. And then you still are wondering about Caleb Williams. You're wondering about Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels is the flavor of the week right now. And now you have some of these analysts who are saying, hey, I would take Jayden Daniels. Okay. If you're the Bears, if Jayden Daniels is right there, maybe a hair less than Caleb Williams, but you could wait, maybe you could trade the pick, you could get something, you could still get a great quarterback at Jayden Daniels. I would caution people who have this thought process because sometimes you hear GMs say, we got to get a quarterback. No, I got to get my quarterback. Because if you get a quarterback, then that's not the guy who is probably right for your offense or your team, the makeup of your team. Get your guy. And if you don't, then don't kid yourself because all it is a Band-Aid. Like the Steelers. The Steelers got Kenny Pickett. Do they have their guy? He was the first quarterback off the board. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, their front office, Omar Khan, the GM, had this to say about Kenny Pickett.
I have full faith in Kenny. He's shown us some good things, and obviously there were some issues with the offense, and I'm excited about the impact that Arthur Smith's going to have on him. Arthur's very optimistic about Kenny, and I know they've communicated, and like I said, we'll have some strong competition there, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay. Year 3, 4 years are guaranteed, and this will be a make-break year for him. And it feels like this happens every year where it's that guy or those guys who are in their 3rd year, maybe 4th year, and then you have to decide, are we going to go all in? Justin Fields, prime example. You want to go all in? Was he your franchise guy? Last year, he was your franchise guy, and then you realized, hey, we can make this pick. We're going to have the number 1 pick in the draft. We also get a wide receiver, and here you are again. Now they've decided that they're going to move on from Justin Fields, or it certainly looks like that. And what are you going to get for him? That's what I'm wondering. Can you get a lot for him? And these teams, if they know that you're going to take Caleb Williams or Jayden Daniels or Drake May, it takes away a little bit of the leverage. Like, you want to get rid of this guy, we'll give you maybe a 4th-round pick, 2nd and 4th-round pick. How's that? Yeah, Marvin.
What if Kenny Pickett has a great year and the Steelers end up in the same position as the Giants, where you just have to overspend for Daniel Jones? Or do they just kind of just wash their hands of it? Like, no matter how well he does next year.
Well, I don't know what the Giants were thinking with Daniel Jones. He has the potential, and that's the key word, to do some pretty great things. But then he fails to live up to that potential with all the interceptions and the fumbles. And then didn't stay healthy last year. You gave him all that money. He's not more valuable to your team than Saquon Barkley. And then Barkley is looking for a team. He's looking for a new deal. I know that's the position that he plays, but I would have franchised Daniel Jones. I needed 1 more year. And if this had happened with this injury, they'd probably be moving on from Daniel Jones.